Oh yeah, for today we're actually doing two new releases, video-wise, and patching that together with a couple songs we've done in the past. Stagnation, Mercy, John Doe, and Common Man.
Not doing Common Man.
Well, we're not doing Common Man then, huh?
Three. We're just doing John Doe, man.
Oh, really? We're just doing John Doe. And, ask me some questions.
So what's Stagnation about?
Stagnation, I don't know. Stagnation's just pretty much what it says. Frame of mind, a life of repression, compression, and I think we're all touched with that a little bit in life. And kind of came out one night in this hallucinogenic nightmare I was having. And got together with the guys, played some chords to it, put some words together, and that's what came about. As a matter of fact, it was aired on Channel 12 during the music fair a couple of years back. A little plug. It looked okay.
Sitting in an open cesspool sea, there's a halo descending down on me, like a limb that's broken from a dying tree. I'm stuck in this mode of misery. Sliding down, revealing on my face, around and around stagnation has no face. Goes round and around stagnation has no face. Goes around and around. Round and around we go. Round and around we go. Round and around we go. Round and around we go.
round and around we go. I don't know. I get a feeling of electricity playing the songs.
Of this song in particular, Stagnation.
Initially, but once I find out what the meaning of the song is, it really makes a lot of sense. To me, the song, that song in particular, as well as many others, apply to daily life that many people could relate to, as well as myself.
But how can you personally relate to stagnation? Is there any events or circumstances or incidents in life that you can kind of put yourself in?
Well, it's
stagnation
can be a lot of things. It could be a job you're in is stagnating. The daily routine of things. If you're not able to, you're working all the time, supporting a family, and you're not able to get out and travel around, and you're not as free as you'd like to be sometimes.
Now with Mercy, what type of feeling you get with Mercy?
Similar to the one you were feeling, similar to Mercy. To me, that whole song is just like the world coming down on top of you. Everything's crowding you into the corner, painting you in, and it's like, I can't get out. It's just, and then you've got nothing else to do but cry for mercy or something. And the lyrics especially apply to that.
Dr. Seuss comes to mind.
Dr. Seuss?
Yeah, because Jim lifted the name from Dr. Seuss. He was reading one of his kids' books one day and saw Uncle Ubb under the U, letter U.
Give us a little bit of history about you personally as a musician.
Well, I was born in Belgrade. And it was an oppressive society back there. We had to build our own guitars out of like milk crates.
So it's true that you started out doing polkas in a rock and roll flavor.
Well, it was sort of polka. It was like that Chinese folk polka punk kind of thing. And that's where a lot of our influences come from, actually.
Well, so that's pretty much your claim to fame as far as experience of the past.
Yeah, well, few people know that, actually, but that's true.
Uh-huh. And what instruments do you play in the band Uncle Ubb?
I play the bass and synthesizers.
Synthesizer.
Yeah, that adds a bit to our sound that a lot of the bands don't have. You know, just the three-piece rock bands, we can kind of add a little bit extra with the keyboards. So that does help out, giving us a little different kind of sound.
So you've played with other bands in town, from what I understand, a band called Surge.
Yeah, Surge.
What was that episode?
Sludge.
Did you play with Alvin Lee?
Yeah, we opened up for Alvin Lee. Yeah, we were a heavy metal band, and we opened up for Alvin Lee.
Was it a disaster?
No, it wasn't a disaster. It was a hell of a lot of fun, really. But the audience wasn't really into what we were doing. They were going, Alvin!
So how many different bands have you been in the last 10 years?
I don't know.
What keeps you in this
15? I don't know.
What keeps you in this band?
Is it the
This
sex
one's
that you get
good.
from the guitar player?
Yeah, Jim's a good fuck. But anyhow, no, we can do, it's open for anything, you know. Most bands tend to want to do one style or another, it seems, or the ones I had been in. But we can pretty much do anything, you know, whatever.
Love is pretty experimental.
Yeah, it's eclectic, I guess is the word for it.
I see. Okay. Well, let's talk about some of the songs that we're going to be seeing in this video. Stagnation, for instance. What's your impression? What's your feeling? What's going through your blood when it's happening?
Stagnation's kind of desperate sounding, but the music is pumping, you know? So, it's like angry kind of in a way, but it's anger at dying or that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Anger at stagnation.
Okay, with Mercy.
Mercy's more of a pop kind of song, actually, musically. It's more pop, you know. It's commercial sounding music. The lyrics are desperate again, you know. They're desperate lyrics, but they're not. It's not quite as serious as Stagnation. It's a little almost humorous though in a way, because he's talking about by a woman that dragged down by the ball and chain by a woman that dresses like Doris Day.
What's your impression of that?
Well, it's slightly humorous, I think, you know. So it's not quite as serious. It's more of a pop tune.
I live my life the way I do. Makes no difference who is who. Man frozen New York and Burton LA. One city's just like the next. One's pretty and one's complex. Have mercy, mercy. Mercy, mercy. What are we going to do now? Stuck in Denver in a little house. Our time is quickly running out. Dragged down by the ball and chain by a woman that dresses like Doris Day. Have mercy, 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 mercy. I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore. I can't take. Mercy, 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 mercy. They say you've got to stand your ground. It's really hard in the back part of town. My energy is running down. Leave my wife with all my debt now. I'm running with no regrets. Have mercy, 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 mercy. I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore. I can't take no. Mercy, 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 mercy.
Mercy. Mercy is something a little more, I must admit, although I wouldn't to my wife, a little more personal. It's just a period of time I guess I was going through, and lyric-wise, it's just almost kind of related to stagnation, in the sense of being in a situation where you're underneath the gun, in between the walls, under the sheets, and trying to get a fresh breath of air at some point. And that's basically it.
Okay, what about John Doe?
John Doe. John Doe is just a big scream. It's just a big spitting out of one's scorn. It's just a song of vomit. It's vomit. That's what John Doe is. John Doe is vomit. And just about people and places, actually urbanization, and the saturation of all of it. And it's just one big vocal, physical, spiritual release. John Doe.
So how come you write about all these depressing subjects?
Because I'm a depressing individual. It's been brought to my attention many times. And although I'm not totally depressed, I think I do have bouts with insanity and depression from time to time. And it pretty much just surfaces, and lyrically and sometimes physically and theatrically, in some of the stuff that we do down here musically. And you got to be who you are and let out what's in you.
So what's the plans for the future?
Plans, I don't know. We never had many plans here with Uncle Ubb. We've had a lot of fun. We wrote some really good stuff. I must say some very good stuff. But as far as getting that stuff into the proper channels, we're not totally into that. Not so much that we're not into it, it's just that we never take the time or the energy to market, I guess is what the word they're using nowadays. I don't know. I think we're just caught up in various other things. You know, we're all married, and we have like houses and jobs, and we have to deal with that real life situation. And the music's kind of an escape, a release. It's our way of purging all the accumulation, the baggage that we gather in life, and we just pan on through. You know, that one little performance you had to do the first
sixth
time for other
grade.
people. Yeah. What about that?
Sixth grade. I was in a junior high school band. I started out. First time I ever played live anywhere. And a few years before that, my mom had bought this old blue drum set from Montgomery Ward's. I started playing on it in the basement here and there. And when it came around sixth grade, back east where I went, that started junior high. I had a choice of choir or music as an elective, and I chose music. I initially wanted to play the trumpet, but since I already had a drum set at home, my mom talked me into playing the drums instead, since we already had them there, so I went for it. And I found I really liked it, and I was glad that I started playing them once I did, because I found the drums were much more of a versatile of an instrument that can be applied to more things musically than if I would just to play a horn or something.
So I
went with that. Yeah, this carried on through. I went ahead and played all through the junior high years that I went. Hey, and I.
How did you get to rock and roll?
Rock and roll. Well,
how did the rock and roll thing come about?
Some of the friends that I went to school with.
Rock and roll.
Some of the friends I went to school with that their folks had got them bigger and better drum sets than the one I had, and I saw some of them had their basements all set up for it with headphones and all, and they were able to play along with these rock and roll albums real well. And that really impressed me, and I thought, well, gee whiz, I'm good enough to do that myself. I just need the equipment to do it on, because I saw a lot of people at had the equipment that could play it real well, and I saw some people had the equipment that couldn't play it real well, and I thought this is something I'm going to stick with for a while, so I decided to stick with it.
And how long you been with? How long you been with Uncle Ubb?
Since I think it was about 1985. That's when we got together, and my little brother had met a guy named Chris who he did some roofing worked for him, and kind of got us together, and we started playing in the garages from there and rented various rental spaces from here and there. One thing led to another. We picked up Scott, and I kept it rolling from there, and it's amazing to me what we've been through, or despite what we've been through, we've still been going on, and just for ourselves been pretty prolific, writing over 40, 50 songs.
John Doe's, it's vomit. It's vomit. But it is. It's a kind of like Martin Scorsese. His big chance to vomit on the audience was Taxi Driver, where he just kind of spewed out his scorn against society and whatnot under the laps of his audience. And that's kind of what John Doe is about. It's just a kind of violent thing, and when we're playing it, it's violent, we're exhausted. I'm breathing hard after that one because we're flailing around on the stage like we're having epileptic seizures and all. And it's powerful. It's a good song. Okay. It's about, like Jeff was talking about, it's about the invisible people, more or less, trying to shout out to the world that they actually are there. They're
significance.
Yeah, they have some significance. music, you know?
Yeah.
We're kind of a man's type band anyway. We're a man's
We're
band.
a
It's like-
man's band.
yeah.
We're manly men who play manly music.